In this lesson, we'll be adding some bounce to the pizza. Okay, so right in here where our pizza falls down, I don't want it just to hit so hard. I want to give it a little bit of an up and down bounce. So what we can do is actually come in here and start to add some keyframes back into that Y position. So what I'm going to do is just go one frame forward because I want this to almost be like a rattle. Select my Windy City deep dish, and I'm just going to move this up a few pixels. So I'm just holding shift and hitting the up arrow. Then I'm going to move forward another frame and just copy and paste that first key in this new little group here, Control C, Control V to copy and paste. And so you can see how it's going to bounce up, back down to the ground. Now, what I want to do is take a look at what the measurement of this one was. We're at 412 for that. And this one is 436. So basically, I'm trying to go a little bit less high each time. So we went from 436 up to 412, back down to 436. And now I want to go about half as high as 412 went, basically cutting that in half between 412 and 436. So what we can do is just grab our calculator because that's a little bit hard to figure out. And we'll take 436 minus 412. And that's 24 basically pixels of difference between those two positions. So if we're starting at 436 and we went up to 412, that is 24 pixels. Now if we divide that in half, that's 12. So basically what we can do is say, okay, well, if 412 is actually the higher point and 436 is the lower point, we want to get closer to 436 from 412 each time. I can just say, what is 412 plus 12? So we'll put that in there. And that is 424. So that's what our next number needs to be. So I'll put in a 424. And you can see that that bounces it up. Not quite as high, but a little bit higher. And then we'll just copy and paste the previous keyframe of 436. And then we want to basically add more to this, but we're going to do it in another increment of half. So last time we did 12. This time we'll do 6. So 424 plus 6 equals 430. So we'll go forward another key here, just hitting page down and put in 430. And then we'll go another frame forward and grab that 436, copy and paste it. And then another one forward. And this time we'll just be adding 3. So 430 plus 3 equals 433. So we can put that in. And then I'm going to just end it on the next one, which should be 436, because now we're getting really close to that original point. So you can see how it creates that really nice little big bounce that gets smaller and smaller. So let's just hit the 0 key on our number pad to watch that. Very nice. So we get this really great little rattle that makes it feel like it really did fall from the sky that quickly. Now the reason why I did them one frame apart is to really make the rattle look fast. There's almost pretty much no interpolation in between the frames because there's a key on every single frame. Okay, so that looks great for our bounce. Let's come back in the next lesson and we're going to do something really fun. So we talked about getting the anchor point down to the bottom of all of these buildings. Well, now I want to actually create the interaction where it looks like the pizza is smashing those buildings. So we've got a lot to cover there, and we will come back and do that in the next lesson.